Hey, good evening. Welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. Well, recently there was some discussion as to what you need to be able to set up a bank account if you're an expat. And what comes out to me is that it seems like it's different for every. It seems like not only different for every bank, but every bank account. Now, when I went down to Tubigon about a week ago, I had some business to do at the BDO there in Tubigon. So while I was there, I said, do you think, I explained Alfred's problem and what he wants to do, and I said, do you think you could write out what the requirements are so that we actually have them written down? And I'll show you. There we go. That's what was written down for me, and here is the list of requirements, and that's the BDO, but let me read those to you. It says regular dollar account requirements: 2 valid IDs, initial and maintaining balance of, now Beth maintains that this is 500 pesos, but it looks like the dollar sign to me, but it's somebody's regular writing, cursive writing, and who knows, I can never read Beth's writing, so this is another young lady of the same style of writing, so I'm really not quite sure, but it's either 500 pesos or $500. And then it says regular peso account, once again 2 valid ID, proof of source of funds, 10,000 pesos initial and maintaining balance. So you got to have 10,000 in the bank all the time. That's the issue there. Now, in neither of these, you'll notice that the alien registration card is not mentioned. When we went to the Metro Bank, they said you would need the card, and I thought that when we dropped Alfred off the last time in Tubigon, we dropped him off at the BDO, and we let him try to sort that out, and he tried to sort it out on his own. He came away thinking that his English wasn't good enough, which actually I don't think is true. I think that he is actually well able to express himself. As you've obviously seen and observed, it's not so easy to talk to him, and a lot of the time when you are talking to him, he's not actually receiving the incoming call. So that can be a little bit difficult and frustrating, because if you're trying to tell him the piece of information that he needs and he's just shut down, then it's difficult. So it may be that that was the difficulty when he was there at BDO. Plus, he did say that while he was at BDO, he couldn't understand what was being told to him because there was so much other background noise. Now, we're going to go down on Thursday. It's a bank holiday tomorrow. Well, what a Brit would call a bank holiday. It's a national holiday tomorrow, and so the banks are closed. So no point going anywhere tomorrow. But on Thursday, we'll go down. I have to get a repair done on the little red. It had some engine work done very recently, and since then, maybe because of it, I don't know, but there's a connecting cable that runs from the small lever right next to the emergency brake, and when you pull on that lever, it's supposed to engage the front wheels, making it as near front wheel four-wheel drive as you're able there, and that seems to be a whole other issue and argument. Whenever you talk to anybody who is an expert on four-wheel drive, they say, yes, well, it's not real four-wheel drive anyway. So, but be that as it may, it's not working as it used to. And now that we've had one day of really heavy rain, been forced to abandon the blue because the camber on the road had allowed the side slip into that irrigation ditch that's at the side, supposed to be there to help things. We found that it does not help. So it is actually better not to have that, to have the camber as gentle as is needed in order to drain off water. But this deep ditch at the side of the road is just not working. In fact, from the Gemelina tree, which is almost all of our part of the road from the national highway, most of it is actually the common road that serves other barangays, and used to serve us up to a point, and we've taken it from that point and we've put in the road ourselves right down to the bridge which we built, and then the twin tracks up to the house. Well, without what we call four-wheel drive on the red, we're not able to do that. It just doesn't grip. We did make a financial decision when we had ordinary road tires fitted to the front of the big blue, which they don't have the same traction obviously as the off-road tires. Now that we've had a taste of how it is when the bad weather comes in and the mud is there, it looks like we'll have to take those tires off and we'll store them for next year, and we'll have to put the more expensive four-wheel drive or off-road on there. And I'm saying they're expensive to us, but they're not actually that expensive, and so we'll soldier through on that one. So that's going to be our challenge on Thursday, is to take Alfred into the bank, and I'll go into the bank with him, and if there is any way that I can effect a better understanding, then we'll do that. So Alfred will at least come away with some kind of a plan of action so that he can get his bank account either set up or know how he can do it once he goes back to Thailand, which he is returning to Thailand to begin his plans for coming back here, and he's actually leaving the Philippines on the 20th. So he's got a busy few months, and he is planning on returning in September, which coincidentally is about the time that Mike, Lena's boyfriend, is also coming as well. So we'll look forward to some new things happening there, and hope to return with some positive information on what happened at BDO. So thanks for looking in. This is a foreigner in the Philippines. Bye for now.